Hey y'all, we are gonna make smoked pound cake with a berry compote. Labor Day weekend, so I am a big fan of making desserts, and you can easily make this recipe in the oven, but that's really kind of boring, especially when you have a really cool recteq smoker that you want to smoke and get that smoky flavor in. So this is going to be the simplest pound cake that you will ever make in your life. Let's do it. First, we're gonna start with 2 cups of butter. I let my butter sit out all night. Room temperature butter is easier to work with than refrigerated butter, and putting it in the microwave or doing that stuff just kind of melts it and really changes the texture of your baking. So let it sit out all night, and if you forgot or you woke up one morning and you're like, I want to make pound cake, just let it sit out for an hour or 2 and it should melt just fine. So again, 2 cups, every 1 stick is a half a cup of butter. All right, so butter, and then we're gonna do 3 cups of sugar. 1. Just lock it and turn it on, and it will cream really good. You'll see right now it still just mixes. A little secret, when we were kids, I guess we used to put butter in bags and add sugar and crush it with our hands, and we would walk around and eat it.
What?
It was really good. You did. You just put like a stick of butter in a bag, in a little baggie, added sugar, mixed it together, and you just ate it. Anyway, I like to start on low and then just bump it up to medium and let it cream a little bit. You can really make this with anything. If you're not really into the regular flour, you can try almond flour. I've never done it. This is just a back home simple approach. So we're using all real ingredients, real sugar, real flour, real eggs, real milk. If you want to try it a different way and tell me, feel free. All right, now that that's all nice and creamy, you can kind of peek over here and see just how creamy it is. It's nice and fluffy, all mixed together. For this recipe, I'm gonna add a teaspoon of vanilla. Sometimes I will, maybe a teaspoon and a little more, whatever's left. Sometimes you can add nutmeg and cinnamon and all of that stuff, but since I'm going for more of a smoky flavor and we're doing those berries at the end, I'm gonna let those flavors take over. Next, we're gonna slowly start adding our eggs. I also get my eggs to room temperature. These I don't leave out all night. I just set out for an hour before. And then just slowly, one at a time. All right, so while that's mixing in, this is next where we're gonna add our flour. And here we're gonna do 4 cups of,
What?
Here we're gonna do 4 cups of flour and 2/3 cup of milk. You're gonna kind of do them at the same time. This is gonna help the consistency. I'm just gonna turn the mixer up just a little bit more to make sure everything is nice and mixed. In a second, I'm gonna take the spoon and just kind of whip around the edges. You'll see there's still some powder and everything there. So let's see. You'll notice the consistency on this is a little bit thicker. That's the point. It's gonna make it nice and fluffy. Don't worry about the mess, because baking's more fun when it's messy. Unless you're the one cleaning it up, and that's me, so no big deal. All right, one more nice mix. And since this is my pound cake, oh my God, it tastes so good. I can stick my finger in it. You can stick your finger in yours, or don't if you're sharing it. Whatever. Lastly, spray your pans. Oh my gosh, I want to eat it raw. I've got 2 pans in here. This might make a little bit more than the 2 pans that I have. It's gonna be really important. Don't overfill your pans. If you have more, get another dish and you can have 3, but don't give it more than what it wants. Says who? Last step, which also can be your first step because recteq has this awesome app that you can do straight from your phone. Out here it's raining and drizzling, so I'm gonna just make it really easy on me and you. I'm gonna turn my recteq on, get that bad boy at 325. My phone will tell me when it's ready for us to put this pound cake on the grill. Really quickly, I wanted to let you guys know this is not a perfect science. Anytime you make anything homemade, it's not the same as making a box cake. So don't be alarmed. For me, when I first started baking, I wanted the exact everything. So I wanted to show you guys that this consistency, it's not like a liquid cake that you would do from a box, or even when you make it homemade, it's a little more liquidy. This is going to be a little more pudding-ish. So don't be alarmed. This is what your cake should look like, and it's perfectly fine. Time is up. I checked these. I already cheated a little bit before. Take your toothpick. In this case, I used just a skewer stick right in the center. All right, so it is nice and done. You can tell that the top is not too brown yet, so I have a little bit of extra time. I am going to smoke these babies out. So what that means is I'm turning this all the way down to low, and it's really just gonna smoke at this point. I'm gonna get it nice and smoky for about 5 minutes, let the pound cake really pick up the flavor, and then we have smoked pound cake. Doesn't get much better.
Hey, nice shoes.
Don't worry about these feet, okay? Hey, sandals. Open the door. All right, so we are gonna let these babies cool on the rack for about 10-ish minutes. I am gonna take a butter knife and just make sure they're nice and not sticky on the side. Ready? We're gonna make a really simple compote to throw over that smoked pound cake. Just take a medium saucepan, get it nice and warm. I've got it on medium heat. First two simple ingredients is sugar and cornstarch. All right, so I'm just gonna get that nice and mixed. Again, it's cornstarch and sugar. And then next I'm gonna slowly add, some cold water. Mix it up a little. Pure maple syrup. And lastly, some lemon juice. Let this get nice and hot. Okay, everything's nice and mixed. It's pretty warm in there. So this is the last and final step. You are gonna add frozen mixed berries. We'll put the amounts and everything down below so you can have all the right measurements. Give this a good quick stir. Quick stir. And now that that's all combined, we're really gonna sit and wait for it to boil. We'll bring it to a nice, good boil just for a couple seconds, and then we'll turn it down and simmer it a little bit, and then we'll let everything just get a little bit thick. Okay, so we let it come to a boil and brought it down to simmer for just a couple minutes, and you can already tell that it is nice and thick and perfect. And just like that, you have a nice homemade smoked pound cake with a mixed berry compote ready to serve for you and all your friends. Oh, by the way, this is my dad.
My baby.
Biggest critic, softest critic. So you gotta be honest. Not daughter honest, but real life honest.
That is awesome. That's awesome. Both the pound cake, the flavor of the pound cake, and then just the tartness of those blackberries is just outstanding.